Thank you. So after the lunch, you have so energized us. It's very nice. So we are very happy to be here. The first time we have a big conference, so we will see. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. It's a great pleasure for us to be here in front of you today, and we are pleased to welcome you to our talk, the Dialogue-Driven Development, the Human Essence of Platform Engineering. So I believe that you wonder why you're seeing a huge blue lion. His name is QB, and he's a mascot of Kubernetes platform in Pictet Bank. So before we start, I would like you to raise your hands if you know Pictet Bank. Have you ever heard about it?
Not really. Maybe Geneva? Really, you know Geneva? No? Yes. Why I speak about Geneva, Marcy? Sometimes.
Well, cool. So we can continue. Well, we're very happy to present you Pictet Bank. Why we're talking about Geneva? Because it's a Swiss private bank founded in Switzerland, in Geneva. Our headquarters are there. And we're both engineers on this stage. And we're really lucky to work in Pictet because we really value the internal excellence of engineering inside the bank. The knowledge that we have inside, we value it over the external vendors, which allows me and Stéphane get very creative with our solutions and to make our own choices. That is why we're really fulfilled. But enough of that. Stéphane, maybe we should present ourselves.
Yeah, so it's coming. So I'm Stéphane, so I'm the I'm Stéphane, I'm a software engineer in the Pictet private bank. I'm the product manager of Kubernetes in the bank.
And my name is Marcy. I'm a DevOps engineer and the product owner of a hosting platform. So we'll speak about not only Kubernetes, not only doing great solutions, but especially we will speak how the human is important inside. Our story is very simple. We will tell you how we improved the life and satisfaction of our users. What the story was is that we had an old platform which was outdated and legacy, and we had to A, build a new one, and B, move our old users to the new platform. And in order to understand the stories, we'll ask the most person who knows the best, what was the story of Kubernetes and Pictet?
Yeah, Marcy. So we're starting to build the first Kubernetes cluster in production, like in 2016. So it was the first cluster. We have 8 clusters. We put all the product in one big Kubernetes cluster. And it was very cool. It was a very big changer in the bank. Before, you create some Jira ticket for everything you need, a little piece of network, a little piece of compute. And that was very cool. The user have a self-service. They can just have a namespace, and then they are autonomous to deploy their application. So the success was very good, and we are going about 150 applications on the platform.
Well, it sounds like a success story, Stéphane. I was in university by that time. So what happened after all these nice things?
So what happened is that we continue to other projects. We make the cloud integration. We make other things, and time after time, we don't work on this platform. So what's happened in 2020? We don't have upgraded the cluster. The security issue on the OS, we cannot upgrade the platform, while we have some issue in containers. So yeah, we need to make the change. And if you have so many applications on a Kubernetes cluster, you cannot change the cluster in production and impact all these applications. So we need to do something.
Well, thank you for those explanations. I think I understand better why we have an old lion on the screen. So the original problem is clear. So maybe you will tell us how did you approach your solution towards finding it?
So yeah, we need to do something. You need to create a new platform. So we not just decide to create a new platform. You create an architecture decision record. Yeah. So we have listed the different options, and we are here. So in 2021, I will read all this ADR, maybe.
For everybody, I will stop Stéphane right there, and we'll ask you very kindly, we know that you're all about precision, to just find 1 or 2 key points, okay?
It's very passionate. The very good point was the decision driver we take in place for this idea. The complexity and the integration with the data center. We are changing something, the new network in the data center. So yeah, we decide to create a totally new platform. Sometimes it's not a good idea, but we don't have another choice to do that. Then we start to create the new platform.
Well, looking back in time, was it the right decision that you have taken?
Today, yes, but it's very difficult. So if you continue, maybe just, yeah, we build the new platform. So we restart from scratch. We start with Argo CD, the GitHubs, new way to install the cluster. And yeah, we build with a new team also. We recruit a new team. The team was changing. So we built the platform, and it was very fun. But at this time, you come in the team. It was relatively hard. The work was very hard. Huh? We were very busy. Huh?
Indeed, we were very busy, and everybody around me were kind of stressed. And all the developers, engineers that I was seeing were in flight or fight mode all the time. And just for the story, I'm previously a front-end engineer who was adopted by the back-end developers, so infrastructure engineers. How scared I was, I cannot explain to you, but I promise you. I was seeing only black and white on their screens, tapping like that, and I was used to rainbow colors and nice buttons seeing on my screen all the time before. But even with these conditions, we have managed to finish the platform together, and we were kind of ready to show it to the world.
So, end of the last year, we finished the platform. We have delivered a new platform with a big new digital product in the bank. It's a microservices application, so it was ready also in production on the new platform. So we are very happy and very excited to onboard the new user, the new client on this platform.
And we thought, how can we celebrate our victory? How can we celebrate the point of arrival, the point of the winning, the point of finishing the great job that we did? We thought, we'll make a great presentation in our bank. So we called all our users, its internal conference, a lot of people, a lot of tech people, managers, and we're like, we created something great. Listen and just understand how great our platform is. And we just tell them, basically, it's the best platform. Why it's the best one? Because it's created by us. Why it's the best platform? Because we have created it, and we want it to be the best.
Yeah, no. But Marcy, it's cool. So it's finished. We have now 20 minutes on the stage. What's the catch?
I hope. I'm afraid we have a story. And the story was, we didn't get the flowers, we didn't get an applause, and we got a major reality check. And we have understood that we failed. And what we did not understand is where, actually. Where was the error? So the platform was amazing and very technologically high-end. But when our users would find us in the elevators or at work, at the coffee pause, they would make jokes towards our platform. I heard you build a platform, but know that I will never follow you to there, because I'm not sure that you have thought about everything that I needed and everything that I wanted to be there in order for my product to be safe on your platform. So, see you then.
So, yeah, what we are doing? So we are, oh, cool. Now we have 200 products to move to the new platform. What's the next point?
Well, we had a big challenge ahead of us to be accomplished. So we tried to approach this problem with another eye, with a fresh eye. First of all, we asked ourselves how it is even possible to fail so much. How it is even possible, even between the best engineers, not be able to create a platform that is a little bit liked by user. Not at all. So we did something that we know with Stéphane. We chilled. So yeah, what we say. So I say to Marcy, maybe we can first
go to the user. We are so busy to build a new platform, we are a little bit forgot to talk with the user. So the first thing was to maybe go to the user and ask them what they think about the platform, make a survey. And my feeling was, if the new platform is worse than the previous one, so the top management who are confident with the team, they give us 2 years to build something new and better, and should be better. So what we are doing now?
Well, Stéphane basically told me, can we take a picture of our user satisfaction? I said, of course we can, because it's called user research. So we'll make it and we'll do it. So it was very interesting to bring the idea of making the user research in infrastructure environment where people didn't really know about it. So we started to investigate. We called our users that were kind enough to spend time with us, to answer all our questions. We started to send them surveys. We started to send them satisfaction questionnaires and worry about how they feel. And we listened and we analyzed. And what they told us, the first thing, that even with the old platform that we have used for years and years, we are lost.
So the first things we start to do is to create a documentation. When I say that, it makes, oh, but it's simple. No, we have a lot of tools in the bank. We have Wikipage, we have SharePoint, we have a lot of places to put information. So we start to create a new entry point. We create a MKDoc documentation site, and we put in this the documentation, some tutorials. We have blog. We give a lot of information. But yeah, we give all this information. Go. Marcy, do you read the manual sometime?
You know yourself, he's my tech lead. I don't read the manual, and I'm sorry. But we try to help our users, even knowing that they will not read our documentation, because we were not in the trust relationship. And as we know, the common problem in IT world is that you have documentation, but it's useless because it's outdated. So they just didn't even read it, normal. So we tried to listen to them and obey to their willings and needs. So basically what we did, we came, we packed our things for them, we called a taxi, and we onboarded them, just as the picture. So we tried to call them little group by little group, do a little demo, explain how you can deploy on our platform, explain how to use it, answer all their questions. But by doing that, we have realized that we created a monster. We created a huge community of very passionate people, tech people, who generate question after question without stopping. So we were looking at each other with Stéphane at our coffee time, and we would say, we don't know when we will answer all those questions. So we tried another approach.
Yeah, so we have about 500 developers in front of us, and we are about 4 or 5 people in the team. So how to manage that? And we have interruption every time, by mail, by call, by chat. That was cool. They are interesting, but we have created a new place, a safe place, the Genius Bar. So the team is coming in this place, and they are focused on the dialogue with the user. We don't have a perturbation. We are in a development, and we have a call. We are in this place, and yeah, it's starting very slow. 1, 2 teams coming. We do some demo in the same place. And now, 1 year after, it's very, very cool. It's coming very up. And the other team in the department is coming also in the same place. The network guy is present. The cloud team is present. So for the user, you have this place, and you can solve everything with the infrastructure department in 1 hour. So it's very cool.
By the time they started to understand how to use the platform. So as soon as they understood that it's cool and they like it, they started to ask all the cool functionalities that we only can imagine. So basically what was happening, they became angry with us once again, because they wanted more and more techniques, because they said, oh, I have an idea how to use it, and I know what to do with this feature, but you don't have it, and you should deliver it to me tomorrow. Kind of difficult, because we still had the old platform, we had to look after. So they became frustrated because they didn't know when we were delivering things. And I think it's a very common problem to all of us, because our users want everything at the same time and at the same moment. But the team build capacity is not infinite. we can deliver only 1 or 2 features in 1 or 2 next weeks, and we have to all together accept it. So being very open and working with our users, we call them to prioritize together. So we don't have a person who says, oh, this feature is important, we'll do only that one. All the users are invited on something which is called user insights. And as you see, we have a very important to-do list with features. But who knows? I cannot know, Stéphane cannot know, which is the most wanted one by all of the users. So we deliver the value for them by deciding together. That was our solution for that.
So, and we started this every week. Every week we discuss with your client. So, and yeah, and after that, what's happened after all this ritual, Marcy? What's the good? What happened? What good happened?
Well, as you imagine, when you talk to people and you work together, only good things can happen. But we have to admit, and we have to say it out loud, that only after several months of practicing, of installing all these rituals, we started to build the platform for users and with the users. Only then we started to know the real pain points, and we started to know what they really wanted, and we started to deliver the features that they approved. And during this journey, I think some things changed not only for the platform and for our tech decisions, but also the user's life. What do you think happened?
Yeah, after all these things, they are really on board on the platform, not just the user. We have put in place the same that you have in Kubernetes, the Kubernetes enhancement proposal. We do the same for the platform, so the user can propose, just make a PR on publish an article, describe the use case, and we treat it. We display also when this feature is coming, and it's very clear for the user, so they are very happy to be there. And yeah, and after all that, you are going to the team, asking them what they think for the first platform, and you are going to the new platform when the team was on board. What they say then? So
it's the moment we show numbers, right? And we're pretty happy to do so. So here you can see the variables that we have measured. You can mention that there is things that are hard skills, such as deployment ease, the performance of Kubernetes, but also soft skills that, as a team, we delivered to our users. We wanted to measure it all. So it is based on around 50 answers by our users. And here is the comparison with the new platform. And as you can see, we improved everything of what we have measured, which is a good sign.
Yeah, I was very happy about the support, the communication, the governance that proved that what we are doing all this last year makes sense. And they change the life of the user.
And we really think that we have to do this exercise really often to just have a health check, not only about the incidents and about performance, but really your relationship with the user. It's not a one-time exercise. You have to repeat it.
And yeah, at the end, we receive, I need a cluster, and at the end we have 1,000 of cluster managed now in production today. So it was very, very cool.
Exactly. We have 1,000 Kubernetes cluster that we have created, which was a journey. But we have hundreds of happy users that we're surrounded by. And our life has really become better, because when you hear only negative comments or something painful, the journey to get to all this positive surrounding and the atmosphere and the energy we're surrounded and we live in, we didn't start there. It was sometimes very sad, we got demotivated, but we did all this journey to get back on track and have a good relationship with users.
So just at the end, the Kubernetes is an excellent tool. We love this tool. We have built all this cluster with also an operator to manage all the clusters. So we are very happy about the technology. It's very stable. We don't have issue about that. But the real pain point was the communication with the user. So what we learn now, Marcy, at the end?
Well, our message with Stéphane will be, if you want to become happier, as we did during this journey, you should remember these 3 things. The first one is to have a dialogue with your user. If you're a DevOps engineer, developer, CTO, CEO, a manager, make sure that people around you who build platforms have a connection and have dialogue with people who use those platforms. It is very important for success. The second thing is to be perseverant, never give up, and be aware that all the changes that you will bring to change your day-to-day life will not work from the first try. You have to adapt them, you have to iterate, and you have to accept that you have to be very consistent. And the third thing, that you have to embrace the culture of positive feedback. If you will never understand what your user wants, and you are unable to tell it to your colleague, you will never be sure about what they want. You have to embrace this culture. And now, I think we're ready to say thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bravo.